Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Forgotten Vehicles. In this one, we're going to be talking about the Bifta, but before we do that, let's dive into the Easter eggs of the previous video, where no one guessed the Easter egg at all. I just thought it would be a clever and cool idea to start the video at the Maze Bank Tower CEO office and then end it there as well, but nobody noticed, so that was a wasted effort, and unfortunately that means that no one got it, and I'm all very disappointed in you. But disappointment aside, let's dive into today's episode about the Bifta. The Bifta was first released in November of 2013 in the Beach Bum update, which was the very first update to GTA Online in terms of content. Not in terms of patches, because I'm pretty damn certain that a lot of you still remember the launch of GTA Online, which was nothing wrong with. It worked as intended. Not really, but either way, it was definitely the more unique kind of car to be added from the get-go alongside of the Paradise. Now, the Paradise itself, not an awfully interesting vehicle. The only interesting thing that really had it going for really was the fact that it had a livery, and that kind of was it, really. But the Bifta itself was actually a very cool little vehicle. It was a little bit of a buggy, and till this day, it's still one of those cars that are being used inside of some of those go-kart kind of tracks, which I personally really enjoyed playing. I know Frezis, for example, has made a go-karting track where you go into first person and it kind of feels like you're doing some go-karting. So for that regard, it's a very cool little vehicle. Now, Beach Bum being the very first DLC for GTA Online, the price of the vehicle was actually completely for free. Obviously, though, after a little while and everyone had done their beach bumming for a little bit, Rockstar decided, you know what, we're going to be charging people for this, which meant that the Bifta was now going to be $75,000 and the Paradise was going to be $25,000. A pretty decent price for the performance you're still going to get. But even till this day, after all these years, we don't really have something similar like the Bifta in the game. It's not really being seen all that much anymore because nowadays everyone would rather just drive a Camacho instead. But the car itself is definitely among my personal favorites, even though, admittingly I don't own it anymore because, why would I if I can use a bike, right? Jokes aside though, even though it is as fast as it is, it was known to be a little bit unstable at times, especially ironically enough during the off-roading of all things, because it doesn't really handle bumps all that much because its power in the wheels itself is definitely going to make you spin out a little bit more than you might intend to. Nowadays, of course, you got a lot more powerful, a lot more stable cars on off-roading, like for example the Outlaw, right? That's a good one. Yeah, that's definitely basically the next evolution of what the Bifta was going to be, I suppose. It has a lot more suspension, but it definitely was the original off-roader for a lot of people, and I do remember having a lot of fun with it back in the day. But of course, I would love to know what you think about the Bifta in the comments down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and I'll see you all later.